Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of RATTI v Maine. You all been together 2.5 years and you have one child. Miss Maine, why have you brought your boyfriend to court today?
I'm here to find out if he's been cheating on me. I've used some fake Facebooks and some fake phone numbers to find out some information, things like that. And I don't want my child to grow up here and us bicker and argue about this stuff, so.
What does that make you feel like?
It's just constantly crying and being upset, and I don't want my child to see that, really.
Mr. Maines, you've heard what your girlfriend has alleged. What are you here to prove today?
I'm here to prove that I'm not cheating on her. I love her. We just had a baby girl.
So you hope that the results of today's hearing will show that you are not cheating, that you've been faithful to her, and that you're ready to move forward with her.
Correct.
So there have been periods, though, where you have been happy,
Yes.
where you have found that things are good.
Yes, we started out really happy, and then
Tell me how you started, how you met.
we knew each other through mutual friends. We never really met, so sent him a message on Facebook, and he said, come hang out, so I did.
What made you stay with him? What did you like about him?
He was always trying to do things like go canoeing, go here, do this, like really outdoorsy, always something to do, having fun, so.
He took you out, he did things for you.
Yes.
Was this the first gentleman to really make you feel that way?
Yes, definitely.
And so you were in it, in it then.
I was in it, yes.
How was he different from your other boyfriends in the past? What did he do that was different from them?
The first thing that got me was I was having car problems. I really didn't know him that well, and he helped me, offered to help me fix my vehicle. He spent money on helping me fix the vehicle.
All right.
That was really impressive to me, being that we weren't together that long.
So he was willing to spend money to make your world right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good thing, Mr.
Good
Cutlers.
thing, yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So you've had this wonderful start. You've got a man that cares about you. He's demonstrating it. He's taking you places. He's taking care of your car when you need it. What went wrong? Why are we here?
Well, there was a situation where I didn't have a vehicle, so we weren't seeing each other a lot. He was taking the bus to come and visit me a lot of weekends, and then one weekend he just didn't come, wasn't answering the phone. So after I continuously calling him, finally he answers the phone. He's like, I'm spending time with my kids, I don't got time for this, which he never acted like that. Next thing you know, he hands the phone to a woman, and she tells me that they are now in a relationship. I need to stop calling him and that they are going to be together that night.
All right, so Mr. Maines, did you disappear for a weekend?
Yes, I did, Your Honor. I met the girl at the river that I take her to a lot.
And what happened?
We slept together.
At the same place you take your girlfriend,
Yes, Your Honor.
another girl at the river, and you all had sex.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why did you go without your girlfriend in the first place?
That's when she didn't have no vehicle.
Okay.
And so you just left her?
Yeah, yeah.
How did you find out about this? You're saying that you called him, you finally got a hold of him.
At first, he was trying to act like nothing was going on, but once I pushed those buttons, he was mad enough at me to confess, I guess, to hurt my feelings.
All right, so you called him. What did you say when you called him?
You're not with nobody else. Nobody else wants you. So
He said, oh, I'll show you.
He said, oh, yeah?
And hand it
Put her
off.
on the phone.
All right, so I'm sure she didn't get on the phone and say, I had sex with your boyfriend.
She didn't start it off that way. She said, I'm with him. We're in a relationship now. We slept together once, and we're gonna do it again tonight.
So wait. How did you feel when she said that to you?
I was very, very hurt. I could not sleep that night. I was crying. But as I'm crying, I'm still continuing to call the phone just to aggravate the situation, make them not have a good time with each other.
So, Miss Ratty, what did he have to do for you to take him back?
I just wanted him to tell the truth. So once he told the truth, as much as it hurt, I was glad that he wasn't playing the game anymore.
How do you get past your boyfriend saying, Yeah, here, talk to her.
At this point, I was really, really in love with him, so I was basically hoping that he would not stay with this woman and come back to me.
And how long had you been with him at this point?
This was a year into our relationship.
All right, once you got your second chance, you were good, like, okay, I got a second chance, I'm not gonna blow this. You haven't done anything else.
Correct.
Okay?
But you still think he's doing something?
Yeah, there's been incidents since that day that still have me suspicious.
Tell me about that.
There was an incident when I was working at a delivery pizza job. I'm driving around and I catch wind from a friend that he is at a bar with another female. He frequents the bar, but this is a bar he doesn't go into. So this was a little weird to find out that he's at this bar. So I turn around, skirt, go back, and I want to see what he's doing at this bar.
You walk into the bar, you see them. How are they in relation to each other?
They were leaned in, and I initially flew off the handle, so.
Can you cross the aisle and show me what that looked like with your boyfriend?
He's like this, looking down.
No, it wasn't, Your Honor.
And so you would be him and
No, it wasn't.
you were showing what he was doing.
Yes,
All right.
it's him.
So you deny this, Mr. Maines?
Yes.
Okay, what were you and this woman doing?
Nothing, just talking.
Did you tell Miss Ratty you were going to this bar?
No.
No.
That's what initially got me upset.
She was working at the time.
He was sneaking around, and that's what got me upset. He didn't want to tell me his whereabouts or answer the phone. So when I figured out where he was, I confronted him in person.
Well, Miss Ratty, if you can go to a bar if you're working, right? I mean, you're not at home.
Just communicate. That's what I asked, and he wasn't doing that. He wasn't telling me where he was or who he was with, and he was not answering the phone. That's what initially got me upset.
All right,
I feel if you're not answering your phone, something's up.
So, Mr. Maines, were you avoiding her phone calls?
That night, no. My phone died, actually, that night.
He always says his phone
What?
died.
Oh,
This man
phone
needs
died.
a
Phone died,
charger
yeah.
bad, because his phone is always dead.
What about when you two are together? Is this phone ever dead?
Never dead when we're together.
Mr.
Yeah.
Cutler, our boys, when we're trying to find them, Mama, the phone was dead. That's why I didn't answer. I'm like,
But when they're with us, phone's going off all
Or
the
if
time.
they need money, the phone works fine.
Yeah.
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 Then when they put me out the bar, he didn't come out.
Okay, you gotta go out when they put her out.
I went out.
You got
stayed
thrown
in
out the
there.
bar and he stayed in.
And I expected him to come with me and leave with me. That's what I would have expected, especially if he felt he wasn't doing nothing wrong. Why wouldn't he leave with me?
Your Honor, I did leave with her. It took me a couple of minutes, but I did leave with her that night.
Actually, he called me a
Okay.
couple hours later and had me come back and pick him up.
Okay,
but
Miss
he
Reddy,
stayed
what is-
there. He stayed there. He stayed.
So, Miss Ratty, what else has happened that makes you think he's cheating?
We were doing fine. Everything was fine. Again, he wasn't answering my calls. He was being evasive towards me suddenly. And I'm with a friend of mine, and she proceeds to tell me that his ex-girlfriend is at the house right now while we were in the car. So again, turn the car around.
Yeah, she just
And
stayed
caused
over
a
that
scene.
night. She needed
Okay.
somewhere to sleep.
Go
I
ahead.
felt bad for her. I let her sleep over.
All right, so you admit your ex-girlfriend was at your house.
Correct.
Just out of the blue, she contacted you and
Yes,
said,
correct.
I need somewhere to stay.
Yeah, correct, Your Honor.
She didn't have anybody else she could call?
Her and her current
no.
boyfriend were fighting or breaking up, and she decides to call him for a place to stay. That's a little fishy.
Okay, so where was your ex-girlfriend planning on sleeping?
I in my bed.
With you?
Yeah,
Do you see anything wrong with this picture?
yeah.
Oh,
That was
okay.
stupid.
So you show up. Then what happens?
He has family members there. They're blocking the door, kind of not letting me in because they know that I want to probably hurt somebody in there because I was really, really upset. And she's just in the background saying, I don't want your man. I don't want your man. You need to stop. Well, why are you in there?
And why you trying to sleep in his bed, right?
Right, exactly.
Did he ever come out and see what you wanted or talk to you?
No.
Dude,
Mr. Man.
let me just say this. Mr. Cutler hadn't had an ex-girlfriend in 35 years. But if she showed up, I would show out. So let me just be very clear about that. So I understand.
Well, you have ex-boyfriends contacting you on Facebook or other places.
And why do you know that, Mr. Cutler? Now watch this, Mr. Maines. Why do you know that, Mr. Cutler?
I know that because you told me.
Immediately.
Immediately.
I told him what? It was nice visiting, but
You didn't want to continue having contact with him.
there it is. You see how you do that? Okay. But you didn't have to go check my inbox. You didn't have to go and be my friend and check my post. It was handled right then. What else has he done that makes you think he's cheating?
Just Facebook messages that I find of him talking to women, telling them they're pretty, do they want to hang out?
You're contacting women on social media.
Yeah, on Facebook.
What were you telling her?
Just, hey, hi. Stupid stuff.
Stupid stuff like?
You look beautiful.
Yeah.
Just,
And so what do they tell you?
thank you.
Could she go on Facebook and talk to other men and say, "Oh, you look handsome, you look good"? Would you
No.
like that?
No.
Okay, this is simple. If you don't want her to do it, you shouldn't be doing it.
You're right.
I made a fake Facebook one time, and here's what he said to that person that he thought was somebody. He said, "You're too pretty to be single."
Was it a picture of you or somebody else?
Somebody else. I set him up.
So you did a little catfishing.
Yes.
All right. Do you understand why she has some concerns? You met her online. You wooed her
on Facebook,
online.
yes.
So she's looking at you saying, "Okay, are you starting up something else? Because that's your MO."
Your Honor, I stopped on that.
All right. Now, you also have a lawsuit.
Yes.
Tell the court about it.
I paid $1,500 for a vehicle that he drives around in and takes himself to work with every day. So if he's cheating on me, I want my car back or my money for the car back.
So it's fully yours. You paid for it.
Yes, but he uses it more than me.
Okay, I understand. We're not going to rule on it right now.
Okay.
We're going to go back to the love suit and try to get to the bottom of this.
Ms. Ratty, because you had questions about Mr. Mains's activities, the court has ordered an examination of Mr. Mains's phone, and we have those results. At this point, the court would like to call cybersecurity expert Mr. Gregory Evans. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Evans into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Evans, you did a full forensic examination of Mr. Mains's phone, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and tell us what that involves.
Well, I went through his phone looking for deleted text messages, pictures, and I also did scan his social media as well. And I did find one thing that was very interesting to me.
Okay, what was that? So, Mr. Evans, what did you find?
The defendant reached out to the same woman that's in question today, okay? Reached out to her on Facebook Messenger at 2:26 a.m. 3 days ago.
All right, and this is the woman, the same woman from the river.
Yes, this is the exact same woman from the river.
Mr. Maines?
That's not true.
Here it is right here, Your Honor. He had sent her a wave, which may seem very, there you go, just like that. It may seem very innocent, but at the same time, he took the time to locate her on Facebook, send that wave to her at 2:26 a.m. in the morning, but he did not add her as a friend.
2:26. I never stay up that late. I got work in the morning.
You waved at somebody.
I have no explanation at all.
Well, the good news is the court has also ordered a polygraph test for Mr. Maines, and we have those results. Ron, would you hand us those results, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Maines, you were asked, during your 2-year relationship, other than the time you admitted cheating, have you had any sexual contact with women you messaged on social media? Your response to that question was no. The lie detector determined that you were being truthful.
Oh, good. Good.
But we have one more question. During your 2-year relationship with Miss Roddy, other than the time you admitted cheating, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman? Your answer was no. The lie detector determined that you were being truthful.
That's good.
I love
Big
you, baby.
smile.
Thanks. I
love
love you too. Yeah, that's great news.
Miss Roddy, you still have a lawsuit for the
Yes.
car.
Yes.
Now that you know he's not cheating, do you want me to dismiss that lawsuit?
Yes, I do.
It's dismissed.
Now, let's talk about this underlying trust issue. You got your suspicions.
Yeah.
You've given her plenty of reason to have these suspicions.
Correct.
But this is easily correctable.
Yes.
Don't be huddled up with women in bars. Don't text other women, tell them how pretty they are. You got a pretty woman right there. If you want to tell somebody she's pretty, tell her.
You're right.
As we say in this court, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a good relationship. Court is adjourned.